I took a poll recently and I found out 100% of the people in the tent were angry when it collapsed.
Rabbit shaves, rabbit shaves, rabbit shaves, rabbit shaves. Rabbit shaves, steady with the wrist, precision flow, safety razor in his grip. That's his morning glow, lather up the foam, brush spinning like chrome. Toss the cartridge in the trash, that's a corporate clone. Barbershop scent, sandalwood and bay rum. Cartridge razors got no soul, just a cash drum. Says they tug and they pull, leave the skin in distress. Safety razor cuts clean, now he's feeling his best.
Welcome to Rabbit Shaves. I'm Rabbit, and today we have something real special. Rumor has it that Kane is making a comeback. Oh, that's nice. That's like being in Santa's barbershop. The scent notes on Kane are pure organic peppermint, corn mint, talc, rose, bergamot, oak moss, Haitian vetiver, Madagascar vanilla, coumarin, and light musk. Now, this may sound an awful lot like somebody just stuck a candy cane inside a bottle or tub of cad. Well, slight differences, but it's real close. Cad's notes are talc, rose, bergamot, oak moss, vetiver, coumarin, and musk. Notice there's no Madagascar vanilla. Notice there's no corn mint. There's no slight differences. Put them side by side, you can tell the difference. This one's one of my favorites to employ during the summer. It's hot. You get home, you're like, oh my god, Texas heat. Well, you get a little minty goodness, cool you right down. Today we're going to be using nickel plated dock. Cute little guy right there. This is my most used razor. If you're not familiar, the double open comb here, that on the top cap actually holds just enough water to give it a little extra lubrication there as you're making your passes. Now, for the blade, we are going with the Lord Platinum again. Yes, it was a little spicy last time, but we'll see what it does with a different razor and a little more discipline in my technique. You may have heard me talk about grain mapping before. Maybe I need a little more discipline. Let's see how that goes. Using my little Kesso, sitting here soaking in my tiki mug. Let's get this lathered up. Alright. This one, I was really happy to hear it coming back. It's unfortunate that it came back so late, but there's only so much you can do. There's only so much a human can do, and I'm, contrary to popular belief, Douglas and Fran and Huxley, well, maybe not Huxley, maybe he is, I don't know. They're only human. They can only work so much magic. But it is nice of them to still reward us with this banger. I don't know when it's coming out. This was a gift to me from one of my family members, who I still don't know who it was, in our Secret Santa 2 years ago, and it still smells as fresh as it did the day I got it. Set that off to the side. Give her a go here. Now, because I absolutely love menthol, our pre-shave today is going to be the Ice Cube 2.0. If we're going to send it, we're going to send it all the way. I like to party. Ah, yes, more water. A little. Whoop. Lathering that up. It's exploding. The travel scuttle lives up to its name. I have taken it to Hawaii, Florida, LA. It goes everywhere with me. Travel scuttle. And now we have effectively made my little brush here disappear in this lather. Where'd it go? Alright. I think we're good there. I think we can work with that. I think we can work with that. So, grain mapping. Everybody's hair grows a little bit different. It doesn't all grow just straight down. Mine comes down, and then right here kind of has a little kick off to the side, and right here it gets a little tricky because it goes straight off to the side. Some people's grows up, some grow in circles, making grain mapping a little trickier. But the general theory is for a 3-pass, your first pass is going to be with the grain, then across the grain, then against the grain. Well, let's see if this Lord Platinum plays a little nicer by doing a true grain mapped 3-pass. A little more discipline on the technique. Load this baby up. With the nickel dock, it is dollar for dollar. It punches well above its weight class, or for its price point, to me. Some people might not appreciate the tabs that extend out of the side. If not, I hear the Ascensions are pretty nice. I like this so much I haven't really ventured to upgrade, but little tabs right here. But I find them handy because sometimes you gotta adjust the blade a little bit, get that baby centered. There we are, looking great. All right, let's get into this shave. See if we can't make this Lord play nice. Fancy bottle, play with me here. I just changed the water out, which means I just washed it, so it's gonna wake up a little bit. Might be buying a new bottle. I like it cold. I like my menthol cold. I like my hot sauce hot. So let's put way too much of that cube on there. How's everybody's holiday season going so far? Mine is going well. Except for I ordered a few presents for my wife from a company that let's start this again. Last year, like every year, my wife ordered me a new Raiders hat because I'm insufferable and I refuse to find a new football team, so I continue to root for the Las Vegas Raiders. Like, maybe this is our year. I don't know, but it's never our year. Anyway, apparently somebody over at New Era decided, instead of sending us a Las Vegas Raiders salute to service hat, I needed a Philadelphia Eagles hat. I don't have anything against the Eagles. They're a great team. Just do with that what you will. But this year, a company, because my wife watches this video and I can't get into all the details, Philadelphia Eagles me. Instead of sending me what I ordered, they sent me something that she would have absolutely no interest in. Other than that, though, everything's going swimmingly. Sent an email to said company and yet to hear back. What you gonna do? Give a little. Now, with this razor, a little nuance. Most of the time, if you're like me and you fill your sink and you dunk your razor to rinse it, habit is to get that water out, but not with this guy. Want to leave that water in there so it catches just a little bit, aids with the slickness. Alright, so grain map. Go down. So far, so good. I don't know what I'm gonna do about this gift. She got a few other ones, but it happens. It's a busy time of year, and what are you gonna do? It's busy for everybody. I used to work at UPS, and I know what peak season's all about. If you work for UPS, you also know what peak season's about. Or any other carrier for that matter. It'll make a man out of you even if you're not a man. Slow it down. I didn't even feel that. Or that. Okay, so Lord is sharp. Now, under here, Remember, our hair goes this way. My hair goes this way. Let's see what we can do. I envy those whose hair grows in a normal pattern. That must be nice. That must be nice. Of course, I also envy anybody that can grow a full beard. I'm half native, so I don't get a full beard. Well, nothing spicy. I don't know if it was the grain mapping or if it was using a different razor with this blade or just all in all being more disciplined in the technique, but it's a lot less spicy today. Let's rinse off. Round 2. And we're back. So, peppermint. Well, that sounds like a gourmand, rabbit. Okay. But remember, this is a barbershop scent with peppermint notes. I would not classify this as a gourmand, but the standard for gourmand, I would say, is subjective. And if you have already tried CAD and you like it, this could be something you're into. I like CAD. However, I do not own CAD because I own this and I work outside where it's hot most of the year, and this provides that cooling action that if you're a mint head, you will love because it's a little different than your typical menthol. But it is refreshing. Alright. Across the grain. We're going to go this way. And I'm going to figure this out as I go. Alright. Being extra quiet. Apologies, I'm trying to stay disciplined. Get out of here. There's a lot of back and forth between people who like to buff and people who say buffing's bad. I'm not going to take sides because I do buff, but that's where you're just kind of trying to. But this, holding that little amount of water in that top cap, makes this a great razor if you are a buffer. Alright, I got the easy part done. So, if our grain goes this way, that would mean across it would be straight down. Not there. What to do there? We'll come back to it. I think so. The last time I used one of these was in the Metaphor. So far, and I was not even halfway through my first pass, I believe, that I was like, this is spicy. This one, not doing it to me. Again, I don't know if it's the razor. I don't know if it's the technique. But I think in today's experiment, we're learning discipline, technique. I think it's paying. I think that's it. I think that's what's paying off. Let's get rinsed off and go for round 3. Alright, we are ready for round 3, and so far, I think he's doing a fine job. No spiciness. I like my spice in my hot sauce, not my shave. I like a little menthol there. I want it cool right here, hot in here. Maybe not. Anyway, let's forget that last line. I don't know if you have the Advent. I'm enjoying it this year. I am not covering it here because I think since I'm starting out, those that are covering it this year are doing a much better job than I could have. And also, I can't shave every day. I can tell you what I think, but I'll know what I really think about it when I use it. I know many were not a fan of the gourmand stuff, but that's okay. Everybody's got their thing. I love this little brush. It's my little buddy. And that's okay. If you don't like gourmands, you don't like gourmands. No big deal. I am not a gourmand guy myself, so to speak, but I like to have fun. If you don't like gourmands, it doesn't mean you don't like to have fun. That just, you know what you like. Gourmands ain't it. I'm also the guy that shaved with Yule ham. I'll do it. Anyway, enough yapping. Let's get this round 3 on. Okay, so against it here would be like this. Okay. That would also mean we're gonna do a little swoopy. Okay. Let's buff that out. Oh, that's better. So as you can see, or tell, grain mapping is a great concept. Not everybody can adhere to it 100%. But if you can, and it helps, I find it is a helpful guideline, not rule. And we're also learning before you make your mind up on a blade or a razor or something, take it back to the basics. I wanted to know why so many people liked them. They're sharp. I can see that. Just instead of going against, let's just go one more across. Yep. A little bit of that's date night smooth. Alright, let's rinse off. And we are back. I'm happy with it. So when I first started this channel, there was a lot of helpful videos already out there, but a lot of guys were technical. I'm not a technical dude. I'm just a dude. Just a dude. And maybe there's more dudes out there that just want to hear this from a dude. I don't know, maybe you're just getting started out and you're intimidated by the technical stuff. Maybe this can help. I don't know. I'm a ding dong. And I'm having fun. Witch hazel. A liberal amount of witch hazel. No zinging there. Not for the truth. So far, we got our feedback right in here. Here. That is a sharp blade. And I'm not done messing with it. That's just my opinion. I got no fancy gadgetry. I don't have a microscope to show it. So I'm just going to assume that's a real sharp blade. So I'm going to have to adjust my technique. I didn't feel the burning I did last time, mid-shave. But the alum, that's the truth. That lets you know everywhere you messed up. Or got a little fast and loose. Alright. Let's rinse that off real quick. Let's see here. Now let's rinse it off. Cane. I love it. It is a North Pole barbershop. It also says Winter Fougere. Is it Fougere? Fougere? You know what word I'm trying to say. I guess. Sure. Sure. North Pole barbershop for sure. Let's let it come alive. That's nice. Ooh, that's that peppermint. Bring a tear to your eye, but in a good way. Give me one sec. So what did we learn, kids? When using the spray tops? You gotta be more disciplined here. Ooh. I can see clearly. I'm just kidding. But it's lovely. I like it on my face. Got your peppermint. I don't feel it's a gourmandish in any sort of a fashion. But the barbershop, the dry down, it morphs. Later the peppermint doesn't stick around forever. It fades off into a nice barbershop. I don't know when it's dropping. This video will be out probably Friday morning. Maybe just before the drop. If it drops Friday. If it don't drop tomorrow, it may drop Saturday. I'm dropping 2, so maybe a Saturday. But yeah. Minty in the eyeballs causes tears. Anyway, don't spray it in your eyes. Thanks for hopping by. I am having fun. I hope you are too. Be good. Be good to yourselves. Be good to others. It's just shaving. Enjoy yourselves. Rabbit out.
Well, they call me Rabbit Shaves. I'm here to say, ooh yeah, thanks for dropping by. You made my day. Your time's a gift. I won't